Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. Today's video was filmed on Monday, August 7th, 2023, our 5th day of filming US 11. At this point, we've covered 1,035.5 miles of US 11, including 120 miles of US 11E. We begin today as we head out of Strasburg, Virginia, beginning at Virginia Mile 312. In our previous day of filming, the weather got so bad we just gave up a couple of hours early and got a good night's sleep. We woke up to good weather and sunny skies, so we got on the road by 8:15 a.m. We had to cover 326 miles before dark to get to our one pre-reserved hotel on this trip, which was the DoubleTree in Binghamton, New York. This is a very slow 326 miles, with Google estimating the travel time at nearly 8 hours. We usually try to keep the driving down to 6 or 7 hours in a day, and in reality that 326 miles could easily take 10 hours if we stopped for lunch and stopped for coffee, fuel, and snacks. And we didn't know what the weather was going to do later on in the day. So join us for the next 40 or so videos covering another day of US 11. We entered the town of Middletown, incorporated in 1878 by an act of the General Assembly. Middletown began as one of several settlements along the Valley Pike within the 17th century Fairfax Grant, a reward to supporters of the king during England's Civil War in the mid-1600s. The Valley Pike developed from an ancient Indian trail dividing the Grant as it passed through the Shenandoah Valley, facilitating the movement of early settlers southward. Despite gaining recognition for crafting precision instruments like clocks, watches, and surveying tools, Middletown has maintained its rural character over the years. Its distance from reliable water sources suitable for powering industry likely deterred early industrialization, contributing to its identity as a small community rather than an industrial hub. Belgrove Plantation, located about a mile southwest of Middletown, was established around 1750, with its distinctive Federal-style mansion completed in 1797. During the American Civil War, Middletown saw significant military activity, including the pivotal Battle of Cedar Creek, fought just south of the town. This battleground area is now preserved as part of the Cedar Creek and Belgrove National Historical Park. Several historic sites in the vicinity, including Belgrove Plantation, Long Meadow, the Middletown Historic District, Fort Bowman, Monte Vista, Old Forge Farm, and St. Thomas Chapel, are listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Efforts to safeguard Belgrove and the battleground led to the establishment of the Cedar Creek and Belgrove National Historical Park, designated as the 388th unit of the National Park Service on December 19, 2002. On the left is the Wayside Inn and Larrick Tavern, which claims to be the longest continuously operated inn in the United States. Had we continued another 15 minutes the previous day, we may have stumbled upon the Wayside, and this would have been a fantastic place to stop for the night. In 1797, the first travelers began stopping at the inn, originally known as Wilkinson's Tavern, for a place to rest and eat while traveling through the Shenandoah Valley. As roads were carved out of the wilderness, the Valley Pike, now known as US 11, passed through Middletown, turning the tavern into a stagecoach stop. Here, weary passengers could find fresh horses and take a break from their bumpy journeys. Servants would watch for approaching stagecoaches from a nearby hill, rushing back to the inn to prepare hot meals for the arriving guests. During the Civil War, soldiers from both the North and South sought refuge and camaraderie at the inn. Despite its proximity to Stonewall Jackson's Valley campaign, the inn remained untouched by the war's destruction, as it served both sides impartially. After the war, Jacob Larrick purchased the inn and renamed it Larrick's Hotel. Later, in the early 20th century, new owners, Maggie and Samuel Rhodes, expanded the inn, adding a third floor and wings, and renaming it the Wayside Inn. As roads improved and automobiles became popular, the inn embraced the modern era, proclaiming itself America's first motor inn. In the 1960s, a Washington financier and antique collector bought the inn and restored it with hundreds of antiques, giving each room its own unique style. Despite a devastating fire in 1985, the inn was carefully restored, preserving its 18th century charm. Today, the Wayside Inn offers a blend of old-world charm and modern comfort, nestled in a timeless setting of natural beauty. We enter the incorporated town of Stevens City, which had a population of 2,016 as of the 2020 census. Founded by Peter Stevens in the 1730s, the town was first called Stevensburg, and then Newtown, and then Newtown. Stevens City, originally settled by German Protestants from Heidelberg, was officially chartered in October of 1758 under that name. It stands as the second oldest municipality in the Shenandoah Valley, trailing behind nearby Winchester. Over time, a significant portion of the town's center, spanning 65 acres and comprising buildings and homes, became part of the Newtown-Stevensburg Historic District, earning a spot on the National Register of Historic Places in 1992. As the town marked its 250th anniversary on October 12, 2008, it reflected on its rich history. In the early 1900s, limestone was discovered on the western side of town, leading to the establishment of a lime plant by the M.J. Grove Lime Company near the railway depot in the Stevens City Milling Company. This industrial zone, dubbed Mudville, eventually expanded to include commercial enterprises. Progress continued into the 20th century, with the introduction of electrical service in 1915 and the installation of a water system in 1941. However, passenger service at the train station ceased in 1949, and a devastating fire in 1936 inflicted severe damage on Mudville, contributing to its decline. The construction of I-81 in the early 1960s diverted business growth away from the town center. While the previous wagon road, now part of US 11, had directed traffic through town, the interstate's route less than a tenth of a mile to the east diverted development and commerce, leading to downtown's deterioration. Residential subdivisions emerged both within and beyond the town's borders to the east, attracting commuters seeking access to the interstate. The town's infrastructure saw improvements over the years, including the installation of a sewer system and the town's first stoplight in 1964. A permanent town hall opened its doors in 1978. However, the closure of the lime plant in 2003 marked the end of a century-long era of limestone production in Stevens City. On September 17, 2004, the town faced a natural disaster when remnants of Hurricane Ivan spawned an F1 tornado south of Stevens City along Interstate 81, causing significant damage and injury. This event was part of a record-breaking day that saw 40 tornadoes strike Northern Virginia. In recent years, efforts to revitalize the town's historic center have attracted heritage tourism, while property developments have brought hundreds of new homes to Stevens City. In 2022, voters showed overwhelming support for a bond measure aimed at refurbishing the town's former school complex into a new town hall and community space. We conclude today's video at mile 323. Thanks for watching. We've enabled channel memberships, so for as little as $1 a month, you too can help support our channel and get early access to our regular videos as well as the occasional members-only video. Click the link in the description to join. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, post a comment, subscribe, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.